Hey everyone, it's Admiral Prince Eric and welcome back to On World Warships. Now, on today's video, we're going to make it discuss for about the patch notes on update 14.1. It's about a Lunar New Year. Okay, so before we get on to a discussion though, so please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification icon. So let's head on for the news. By the way, I did for that. My promise was to on the previous recording was to talk about on the Water Warships dev blog for the closed test. If you want to check it out at the end of the video, that I would like to explain for it. Okay, so here we are, update 14.1 Lunar New Year. Captains, due to the installation of this update, the server will be unavailable on February 6th for 3 hours time. And you may claim the gift right now for a 1 day of Warships Premium account. You can claim the gift before on March 3 at about 9 p.m. Sorry for that. Alright, so let's get started about this a new topic for update 14.1 Datamine. Okay, the Lunar New Year 2025 event pass. It begins on February 6th at 3 a.m. until March 6th at the same time with the release the update 14.2. Sprinkle some moon dust on your favorite ship and join us for the Lunar New Year 2025 celebration. Many exciting rewards and treats awaits you. Okay, starting with the first progression line, you'll find Historical Commander Yuchi-Gong with 10 skill points with individual voiceover. The safe trick whenever you fair flag, 3 days of Warships Premium account, coal and steel. After you unlock all the rewards in the first progression line, 2 times more signal containers are there for the taking for each extra level. If you unlock into even earn more rewards, you can unlock the second progression line for 2.5k doubloons. As soon as you unlock it, you're receiving a new historical commander, King Shubao, with 10 skill points and the individual voiceover. You can proceed with earning all of these other rewards, including the Tier 6 Pan Asian Cruiser Wang He, extra coal and steel, plus the Lunar New Year permanent camouflage for Wang He, and new mentioned permanent camouflage for the top tier, the Pan Asian Cruiser Jinan. For those of you eager for more, one-time rare bonuses container can be yours for each extra level you progress through beyond the 20th. Okay, for that though, the Yuchi Gong and the Queen Shubao are based on historical person of the same name. As usual, these are the two persons for historical commander throughout the time at the medieval China. Specifically was on the Tang Dynasty. So I really wanted to check it out about these persons though, so link down in the description below about this historical info. Here are some the permanent camouflage for the top tier Jinan. Most information will be available in a separate article. Okay, next topic, Remembrance of Ming's past adventure. It starts on February 6th at 3 a.m. until it ends on April 3 at 3 a.m. Join us in the special adventure honoring the famed Sheng He, a trader, diplomat, and explorer during the reign of the Ming dynasty in medieval China. During the famed 7 voyages of Sheng he traveled across the known world, even venturing to Africa at one point, bringing gifts from the Ming dynasty and exerting diplomatic influence on faraway lands, specifically that they traveled across Europe, and some piece goes on the present day in Russia. A new adventure inspired by his journeys will take you across the oceans of water warships and reward you with fame and riches along the way, spanning a full 2 updates in this update and the next update. It ties together several small events, allowing you to earn interesting rewards including a grand prize, a new Pan-Asian battleship Tier 9 Taihan. Sounds appealing? Then read on and let us explain how to get this magnificent vessel. Just by playing the game and finishing adventure missions, you attain the new Ming Legacy flag, the Shanghai's Voyages patch, and a new currency adventure tokens. If you find out more detail about the person named Shanghai though, link in the description below. Throughout the whole adventure, you'll be able to exchange adventure tokens for Ming's voyage tokens, which open up a whole new world of possibility. Mainly, if you are as diligent and persistent as Shanghai, you can get enough Ming's voyage tokens in the event through exchange and from armory bundles for free XP coal, and credits to get Tai Hang for free. More of these tokens can be obtained via random bundles for doubloons in the armory if you want to obtain Taihan sooner, as well as all of the other rewards available for those tokens. These include the Chinese treasure ship, Team Permanent Camouflage for Taihan, Commander Shanghai himself, plus distant voyages and Captain Holdall's containers. Additionally, multiple events will take place during Update 14.1, and participating in them will unlock specific rewards that you can obtain using adventure tokens. These include thematic containers tied to each specific event, flights, camouflages, and even a full new collection with a unique commander as its completion reward. Here is the permanent camouflage for Tai Hang. So if you wanted to see, okay, the next one, the Finest Hour collection and new Dutch unique historical commander Conrad Hefrick. We honor one of the most successful allied commanders in Pacific Theater with a special collection dedicated to his memory. His small submarine fleet inflicted heavy losses on the Imperial Japanese Navy in the first weeks of the war, then the combined fleets of Britain and the United States, a feat for which he earned the Ship-a-Day Hefrick nickname. He was present on the USS Missouri where the Japanese instrument surrender was signed, and the picture at the end of the collection reflects the historic moment. All the collection elements can be obtained from the Finest Hour Standard and Premium containers. The Finest Hour Standard containers can be purchased with adventure tokens earned from adventure missions, and active players can get enough of them to complete the collection and receive the new unique Dutch commander. Completing the collection will also reward you with the Finest Hour achievement. If you wanted to talk about the historical commander Conrad Hefrick of your own, so please check it out in the description below for personal details. But you can find on the links to that in Wikipedia. Keep in mind that Finest Hour containers will be obtainable only during Update 14.1, and that you cannot obtain both the unique commander and Taihan for free. Okay, for enhanced ships of command of historical commander Conrad Hefrick. For aircraft carriers, you got prior technician 2% plus and plus 6% chance of HE rockets and HE bombs causing fires respectively. The default was on a 1% and a 5%. For battleships though, is a demolition expert. He's having a 1.5% chance of main battery and secondary battery HE shells causing fires. The default was on the 1%. For cruisers, is the same commander skill. This time will be the same parameters like for battleships. And for destroyers are the same parameters for battleships and for cruisers. Conrad Hefrick possesses several unique talents on these parameters. Ship-a-Day Hefrick. This ability activates upon dealing 50,000 damage. The bonuses applied are 1.97% main battery shell damage to the total 6% at max stats, 1.97% squadron bomb damage and airstrike bomb damage, a total of 6% at max stats, and can only be activated up to 3 times. The second ability, Battle Fervor, it bonuses activates upon earning the Witherer achievement. The bonuses granted are the minus 10% main battery reload time, minus 50% airstrike cooldown time. It can be activated only once per battle. Now finally, Pugno Pro Patria, the third ability. It activates upon landing 50 bomb hits. The bonuses applied are the 1%, additional charges of airstrikes, additional squadron aircraft on deck, and can be activated only once per battle. So if you wanted to check it out for the getting the unique historical commander Conrad Hefrick, there is a Finest Hour container contents. There will be a one-time Finest Hour collection, will be a 100% chance. Last will be our Finest Hour premium container contents. which is going to be on the following chances. The one-time finest hour collection event is about 100%, and one item from the list below is a 100% chance. The breakdown on the rules. A 30 times rare expendable economic bonuses of all types will be 64% chance. 1.9 million credits will be a 35% chance, and the 1% chance for Tier 8 Dutch Light Cruiser this event provision, as well as the one-time finest hour collection event is about 100%. But if you already acquired this event provision to the port, you will instead receive 100,000 free XP. Okay, the Battle of Java Sea. This event is tied to the remembrance of Ming's past adventure. The Battle of Java Sea took place in February 1942 and was a pivotal event in the Pacific Theater. Despite the valiant courage of the Allied Eastern Striking Force, the overwhelming Imperial Japanese naval forces managed to secure victory after a number of intense battles. Fighting some battles of the seas of water warships will give you a chance to obtain up to 5 times Battle of Java Sea containers for adventure tokens. These containers can drop ships that eventually participated in the battle. We got a Tier 9 Minigumo, Tier 7 Udachi, Tier 7 British destroyer Jupiter 42, and the Tier 6 Commodore cruiser Purd. The Italian event in update 14.1 has been cancelled. But if you already got on your own ships into the port, but you will receive as compensation for doing so that in the resources. Okay, early access to Dutch cruisers continues. Since the update 14.0, the Dutch cruisers on early access will be continued in this update until it ends on March 6th at 3 am with the release of the Tech 3 line that followed after the Tier 7 Endrat. For now, acquire progress tokens and move forward on the progress bar. However, if the armory of the Dutch cruisers early access is still available, one managed for that though is to getting for that the doubloons, although it is usually gambling. But so they have to wait when the Dutch light cruisers will be immediately on the full release in the future updates. Okay, so please note, with the releasing update 14.2, all progress tokens will be removed from the account without compensation. Oh my god, this is gonna be a war game that always wanted to make something usual a compensation to get something more on the resources. But the joy spell you should wanted to claim for that for the event pass before the update 14.1 starts. The Men of Wonkun Home, the Tier 9, can only be available on the random bundles in exchange for doubloons. And for now, the top tier, which is finally available for that, you get in the armory though. Can be exchanged for that in the tokens on it as well, but not on the doubloons. Okay, the brawl simulated in the update 14.1. Okay, so the first round will be taking place 3 versus 3 Tier 9 ships. We got destroyers, cruisers, and battleships. Divisions are allowed for up to 3 players, and the rules is no more than 2 battleships and 2 destroyers per team. The second round, which is the 4 versus 4 format, the top tier ships, destroyers, cruisers, and battleships, aircraft carrier, and submarines are not allowed in these brawls. So divisions are allowed for up to 4 players, and the rules, no more than 2 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 2 destroyers per team. And the final round will be a 5 versus 5 format, Tier 8 destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and submarines. But aircraft carriers is not allowed in this brawl. So divisions are allowed for up to 5 players, and no more than 3 battleships, 4 cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 1 submarine per team. Okay, so let's keep an eye out for the armory for some new contents for about the ships is on available. Keep an eye on the armory for lots of new goodies, and don't miss the launch of fresh and advantageous offers. For new ships starting on February 6th at 4 am, starting with update 14.1, a Tier 10 American destroyer hull will be become available in the armory for research points. Okay, Hull is a member of the Forrest Sherman class destroyer, named after the famously well-known U.S. naval officer Isaac C. Hull. Hull was a distinction of the several commands where he was helm of the U.S.'s Constitution. He was personally held that alongside the U.S.'s Constitution that would fight against the HMS Guerrero during the War of 1812. So if you want to check it out, the historical info about the USS Holto, so please link down in the description below for a Wikipedia article. It has features a large caliber main guns, large HP pool, access to specialized repair teams consumable, low sheet speed, and smoke generator consumable is unavailable. So what is the reference for that the Holto? She will use for that the high caliber 203mm Mark 71 guns developed in the 1970s under the name of the Major Caliber Lightweight Gun Program. This was the tested of the United States Navy during the Cold War, but it was subsequently terminated from this upon to add. But you don't know what to see for that, but we'll be assured for that in this historical info for our details. Hmm? The program was aimed at creating guns capable of attacking Soviet coastal positions. The March 71 prototype was installed on the bow of the USS Hull from 1975 through 1979. Although she remained as a destroyer though until she entered the service in the 1980s when the ship would turn out to scrap. But please go check it out for the article about the USS Hull linked down in the description. So if you wanted to see right now for the ship's history though. Okay, the Wishing Wipe event continues in update 14.1. A grand celebration of the Lunar New Year continues in update 14.1 with the Wishing Wipe. Keep in mind that you can use lunar tokens during this event for tries at the Wishing Wipe to get random rewards. For every 5 tries, you guarantee to get one of the following permanent camouflage: Lunar Warrior, Mosaic, or Deep Red. Each try could cost 30 lunar tokens, and tries can be directly purchased for doubloons and in limited numbers for real money. Additionally, these tokens will be available in sequential bundles for doubloons. It's worth mentioning that one of the available rewards for the unique category is a new cruiser, the top tier Pan-Asian Incheon. The ship named after the city of Incheon in South Korea. Now, for following additions and changes in the update 14.1. Starting with update 14.1, the 32-bit version of the game client will be disabled. More information about that can be found in our previous dev blog publication. As we previously mentioned, there have been some changes to the contents of various containers for update 14.1, and you can check exact information in our previous dev blog publication. Meanwhile, the Archerfish and Shinano, used for that the Steel Fleet event since the update 13.11, will become finally available permanently at the Armory starting on February 20. However, though, both ships can be cost of steel, the same resources that were applied since the update 13.11 began. Each ship will cost 30,000 steel. Now, for content additions are the following: the Altmark Incident Patch. And for some test ships, we got a ships for the coming: a German super destroyer C-57 based on Type 1945 destroyer of the Kriegsmarine; Suzuya, the Japanese Tier 9 light cruiser, a member of the Mogami class a member of the Mogami class cruiser; Blucher, meanwhile, which is a member of the Admiral Hipper class cruisers, which was supposed to be in the upcoming docket event, but too further notice to do this. Next one, the Alberico da Barbiano, an Italian Tier 10 destroyer. Historically, she is on the cruiser and a member of Alberto di Gisano class cruiser. It is also named after the person known as the Italian condottieri, Gambra A Gambia is a Commonwealth cruiser and a clone of Fiji used for the purpose of testing for Commonwealth Tier 7 light cruiser Gambia were added for testing by developers, volunteers, and community contributors. And finally, the feature changes. In Update 14.2, the contents of April Fool's Day containers will be changed, and the new content can be seen here. In the, for that is our latest step block. Now, for other changes to that though, so I will not to read this entirely. But if you wanted to read on your eyes, Okay, now the good news is for starting in update 14.1, the Star Trek pod will become available for all players who participated in previous Star Trek activity and therefore possess any kind of Star Trek content, commanders, camouflage ships, or to boldly go collection elements. If you haven't got a chance to participate in Star Trek event, don't worry as there will be another chance to gain access to this pod in the future. Players will now be able to see the selected battle type in the division window UI. Additionally, we have added a countdown timer before matchmaking queue starts. Some ships we got bug as usual. Okay, so any questions about the patch notes on update 14.1? So please leave down link in the comment section down below. So that's it for now. I have to conclude right now for the patch notes 14.1 update. I hope you're gonna get ready for the since after the Lunar New Year. And now we're on approaching for the Valentine's Day. This will be coming next week. So I hope you enjoy and gonna grade something for more of these contents. Okay, so this is gonna be Love is in Air. This February the Twitch drops in update 14.1. Okay, so I'm gonna out right now and we'll see right now up ahead in the update 14.1. Oh, by the way, in my next video though, there will be the last day of the asymmetric battle took place tomorrow. So I will gonna personally play the top tier Japanese aircraft carrier Shirano one last time because the asymmetric battle will be departing on Thursday midnight. So don't forget for that in this ship gameplay so far, but I will do right now to take more appreciate a few times. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification icon. So I hope you guys see you in my next video.